Okay, good afternoon from Prague, and let me welcome you to the IBB webinar. And my name is Radek Čajka, and I work as the economic director of the IBB program at the Prague University of Economics and Business. And I have the pleasure today to introduce to you briefly the program and mainly then address your questions you might have related to studying at IBB. Good. So, what is the program of today's session? As I mentioned already, I start with a brief introduction of the program, and this is going to be followed by a student perspective. We have here today one of the students of IBB, Christina, and she will explain her motivation to join IBB and her overall experience in the program. And then we have also one graduate of IBB today, and David. He is about to tell you his experience from IBB, and then it's going to be followed by Q&A. Good. I'm not here alone from IBB office because there is also my colleague, the coordinator, Petra. So hello, Petra. And so let's get started. So this is the team. So you know the team already. It is me as economic director, and it's also Petra. First of all, I'd like to introduce to you the institution itself, because IBB is not the institution, it's just the study program which is organized at the Prague University of Economics and Business, which is the only university in the Czech Republic that focuses specifically and only on things and issues related to business, management, and economics. And it is in that respect the best and the most prestigious economic school in the region. And we have been ranked many times as one of the best institutions in the region of Central and Eastern Europe by, for example, Financial Times or Eden Result ranking. But main thing recently, we have obtained the AACSB accreditation as institution, which is the top worldwide accreditation of business schools and economic schools, original from the US. And actually, we are very proud of getting this, because it means we are now a member of the most prestigious club. Good. Currently, there is around 15,000 students within the university itself, and the study programs are organized and offered at 6 faculties. 5 faculties are located within Prague, and one is outside of Prague, but IBB is organized at the Faculty of International Relations, which is located in Prague. And something which we are very proud of is the level of internationalization of IBB, and mainly the whole institution, which you can see here an evidence on this. We have more than 220 partner schools worldwide, but I'll get back to this issue once or 2 times in today, when I'll be presenting some of the benefits of studying at IBB. So IBB itself, it's a 3-year full-time program. So that is a regular program, which is not any distant program, and so it is expected that you go and visit classes on a regular basis. It's not any online or weekend program, but it's a regular full-time program, which doesn't mean, on the other hand, that you don't have any free time, you don't have any time for let's say a part-time job you have, but you must respect that there are classes and exams and so on. Of course, the program is fully taught in English, so it's a program which is 100% instructed in English. So every single detail of teaching and examining and anything which is related to studying IBB, everything is in English. As I mentioned already, the program is organized at the Faculty of International Relations. We do offer also some other programs, but this is in terms of English taught programs, our flagship IBB. And by successful graduation from the program, you basically obtain a bachelor degree, which is recognized worldwide. So what are the main reasons why IBB should be listed on your list and should be top listed on the list of your preferences? Because it is international business program organized within the Faculty of International Relations. So we really do put a lot of emphasis on international aspects of business. So if your dream, if your goal, if your aim is to pursue a career in international business, this is, I believe, within our region, this is the top destination, definitely. Also, our emphasis is on combining a proper amount of knowledge and skills. So this is not about just learning definitions and memorizing something. That would be old school approach, but we are trying to combine it a decent amount of knowledge with skills. So we have lots of courses that focuses on skills, on applications, and this is what we think is relevant in today's world. Also, when I'm mentioning skills, I must mention the language skills, because we do believe that knowing multiple languages only increases your chances and your success in business and chances of getting a very interesting job. Yes, you'll be studying in English, but you will have also opportunity, partly obligation to study other languages, which can be Czech language as the local language here in the Czech Republic, but also you will have the opportunity to either start learning a new language or continue learning a new language if you have certain knowledge already in languages like German, French, Spanish, Italian, even Chinese. Because we believe this is essential in today's world, and it is expected that everyone basically speaks English, but knowing and understanding other languages opens you another door. Good. We are trying to incorporate the latest trends as well. So not just focusing on the skill side based teaching, but also involving the trends, reacting to AI and innovation, entrepreneurship, these kind of things. This is all incorporated already in the curricula of the program. Also, what I'd like to stress is that this is not like super large program, so it's not hundreds of students being enrolled in the program, but the program it's not a small program, it's like, I would say, medium-sized program, because we aim at 75 newly enrolled students, but these 75 students will be divided into 3 groups. So typically you have then in courses you have one larger lecture for all students, and then smaller seminar oriented teaching in groups of 25 students, in which you really can work on your skills, and it's possible to get more interaction with other classmates and with professors. So this is, I think, what distinguishes us from other large programs or from online programs that cannot give you this benefit. Also, our program is highly multinational and multicultural, since at the moment we have more than 40 different nationalities in the program, and that itself is a sign of how seriously we understand and consider the international side of the program. Also, since the program is not large, we can offer to applicants and to students an individualized approach. So you'll not be a number in the program, but you really will be a student with a name, and definitely then the coordinator will know you, and that is a big benefit, and again this distinction from very large programs. What else is worth mentioning? What should turn your attention to IBB? We have lots of corporate practitioners and professionals coming to courses and explaining the real world and hands-on experience from the business and from the industry. Also, recently we have started offering internship option as part of the studies. So you can, instead of studying a certain elective courses, you might choose another way, and that is the internship. So for a semester, you don't take any courses, you are still a student, but instead of studying courses, you have an internship, and after successful completion of the internship, this is going to be incorporated into your study program. So it is like if you were studying courses. So we do not have yet any list of internships, like you're not able to secure an internship for everyone. So that is mostly based on the initiative of students, but this is very possible. Students are very active in the program, and generally within the faculty we have a student PR team. So students from different programs of the faculty, they take care of a certain proportion of the PR and also events. So we have events for students and recreational activities, trips, which are organized also in collaboration with other programs within the university, because there is approximately 15, a range of 15 programs in English. So we have within the university lots of international students, and so in collaboration with these other programs we have also these events and activities. Something we are very proud of is the possibility to not just spend one semester abroad, but the fact that anyone who is interested in spending one semester at one of our partner institutions can actually go and do it. And there is also one specific type of this, which is the double degree program or option, but I'll tell you more about this in just a few moments. And last point, but very important point, is Prague itself. Since Prague is a historical city and beautiful city in the heart of Europe, and at the same time it's a very safe place, and I think it's hard to find similar places which are so great for studying at a higher education institution. And the last point, maybe, which is not listed, but is I did mention it at the beginning of my hard here, and that is the AACSB accreditation, since this really gives us the stamp, the high quality stamp by an independent US institution that studying here creates a difference actually. Good. Just briefly about the profile of graduates, and I mentioned already that we offer a good combination of skills and knowledge in our courses. Also, we're trying to, because we know, we understand that today's world and global economy is changing constantly and evolving constantly. We're trying to make sure that our graduates are able to adapt to these changes, and also the language competencies skills which I was mentioning already. So our graduates, what do they do typically? Well, very typically they find jobs in businesses, in firms that are logically part of international business. So in many cases, they find positions, mid-level management positions, or position of specialists in multinational corporations. But not only multinational corporations, could be smaller corporations that focus on export operations or import operations. Also, our graduates, they become entrepreneurs, so they start their own businesses. And for those who know already that they want to continue studying, so bachelor undergraduate program is not the final destination. I think studying IBB gives you a very solid foundation for a master's program. Good. How to apply to our program? It's very simple. We don't require any documents like paperwork to be mailed, but you basically submit e-application through our information system. So if you go to our website, you find information about how to apply, but it's all electronic. And once you register your e-application, then within just a few days, you will receive an email from Petra telling you and asking you how to proceed. So more details on the procedure and the required documents, because we definitely need some documents to be provided, specifically about the completion of the secondary education, but some other documents. But all information will be exactly communicated what is expected from you. The deadline for application is approaching. It is the end of April 30th, noon Prague time. So it's not the midnight, but noon Prague time on the last day of April. And directly after the end of the deadline, specifically from May 6th, we are about to conduct the in-depth personal interview, which is the main point and the only point or the only part of the admission procedure. So you'll be interviewed by two of my colleagues, by two professionals, two faculty members, asking you for your motivation and then discussing some of the trends, some of the issues. Basically, one of the topics which are available on the IBB website, actually. Good. I'll then definitely just in a few moments pass my word to Petra because she'll explain more. Maybe if you want to do it now, Petra, you can step in and take the floor.
Sure. Thank you very much, Radek. Greetings to all from the blooming spring Prague, at least virtually for this time. Let me just briefly mention a couple of administrative details regarding your application and the admission process. So as Radek mentioned, the majority of you already submitted your e-application, I suppose, and within a couple of days you have received a first introductory and informative email from us with guidelines and guides included. So please read all these guidelines and information carefully, as it will help you to go through the application and admission process smoothly. Also, I would like to mention that it is necessary to complete your e-application by filling in your personal data part and also your address, and pay the application fee. And after that, the documents we require from you are going to be treated. So within the 30th of April, actually it is 10 a.m., yes, so we require two documents. It is the appendix to the application form and the passport, actually. And it is very important for the appendix to mention any other knowledge of other than a mother tongue language, and to specify your level of proficiency of this other language, if there is such. And regarding the passport, so mainly the third country non-EU citizens, please verify that the date of validity is more than September 2024. That means that your passport would be valid even after your eventual arrival in the Czech Republic. And also it is crucial that the number of your passport is identical with the number of the passport you put in your e-application. It is very important for the issuance of visa documents that you will eventually need for your visa application. So the limit date was mentioned, that's the 30th of April, so it's approaching. Once you complete your application, pay the application fee, and put the two required documents within the 30th of April, so you have time to get ready for the topics on the basis of which the admission interview will be held. The topics are mentioned also in the appendix to the application form, and also prepare technically for the online interview. That means your PC with working Teams, camera and microphone, as the interview will be recorded also. Okay, then also let me just mention that apart from the successful passing of the entrance interview, the obligation for you to be able to start studying the bachelor program is to have your secondary education successfully completed and proven by specific documents, the school leaving certificate and the confirmation of eligibility to apply for a bachelor program. All is described in detail in the informative email you have received or you are going to receive from us, and also on our website. So please pay attention to this information. And the delivery of these documents is the exception. That means not 30th of April, but it is 1st of August, as many of you are still completing your secondary education, and we are, of course, aware of this fact. Okay, so yes, for this moment, that's all from me, and I pass the word to Radek back. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Petra. And yeah, I apologize for saying incorrectly the deadline, which is not noon, but it's already 10 a.m. We decided to change this, and I'm not used to this yet. Good. Studying at the Prague University of Economics and Business, and specifically IBB, has also one big benefit because we use, as other institutions logically, the credit system. So it means that by completion of the necessary study obligation, you collect credits, and so by passing a course, you get these credits, or by taking an exam, you get credits. By defending your bachelor thesis, you get credits, and to graduate from the program, you must obtain 180 credits. Logically, if you fail a course, you don't get any credits. But more information on how the credit system works, this will be available, and this will be communicated once you are enrolled, once you become a student, and before the first semester starts. Within the orientation days, you get very specific information how to work with the credit systems, with the credits, and so on. The point is, these credits, those are European credits, and they are internationally recognized. The system is internationally recognizable, which means that when you study for a semester abroad, you bring back to IBB credits from, let's say, from Paris, or from some Asian country, or from US. These credits, these courses will be perfectly recognized into your studies. Good. I mentioned that already at the beginning of my presentation, and that is how important for us the study abroad period is. It's not mandatory part of IBB, so we are not making anyone stay a semester abroad. This is a voluntary activity, but we very much encourage students to do so, because you can get to know other systems, other system of teaching, and maybe examining, and you make new friends, you get to know other places. So it is very much recommended to do it, and we have a great system here organized at the university level of choosing schools and allocating schools, and we have a great selection, because there are more than 220 partner schools. Most of them are in Europe, but we cover actually all continents with the exception of Antarctica. So we can go to Australia, to Asia, to Africa, to other European countries, to Latin American countries, and to Northern American countries. So you have a great selection actually. When you decide to do so, you'll be supported organizationally, but also financially, because we understand that, let's say, studying for a semester in US is actually much more expensive in terms of living costs, rather than if you compare it to studying in Prague. For excellent students, we have one more opportunity how to distinguish themselves from other students, and that is double degree option. So we have two specific partner schools. One is in Germany, that's OTH Regensburg, and one is in Finland, University of Vasa, and we offer this opportunity to best students, that they can basically not spend only one semester, but the whole academic year, 2 semesters, specifically the third year of their studies in Germany or in Finland. And the benefit, the point is that after doing so, and after successfully passing all of the requirements from both the IBB and the other university, you get two degrees. So not just one degree from IBB, but also the degree from the other institution. In case of Regensburg, there is one more obligation because they have a 4-year program. Because the 4th year is internship, which is obligatory. So you must also do the internship since that is the condition of Regensburg. But I think it's a great opportunity how to get 2 degrees in either 3 or 4-year period, and that is an excellent opportunity. Okay, just a selection of the courses that you'll be taking, and we are constantly updating the course list. This is, since you have to collect 180 credits, so it's basically dozens of courses you'll be taking. This is just a very brief selection of the courses, but if you look at the courses, just by the names, you see that really our focus is on international aspects of business. So you see international and financial management, world economy, international entrepreneurship, which is a new course that focuses really on developing the entrepreneurial skills. So from scratch to getting a working business, international business operations, doing business in global environment, global operations, logistics, and the course which really deals with the soft skills, so that is intercultural negotiation, so how to work with other cultures. Good. What is the tuition fee? The tuition fee is set at 5,000 euros per academic year, and more details on the tuition fee can be viewed at the website of the program. Yeah, the tuition fee can be paid in 2 installments by semesters. So this is because there are 2 semesters in each and every academic year. So it can be paid like 2,500 euros and then 2,500 euros the next semester. As I said, the application deadline is April 30th, 10 a.m. And within the second week, so from May 6th till May 10, we are about to conduct the interviews, but you'll be instructed on this if you complete all of the necessary steps in the application process, then you'll be able to register for a specific time when you will be talking to our committee, and so all information will be communicated very clearly. And the decision, it says at the end of May, but I think we'll be able to issue the decision earlier than this. This is like the very latest limit, but I think it's gonna be around the mid of May. You'll get the decision on your intake. We have, as I said, the plan is to enroll 75 students, maybe a little bit more in case the interest is gonna be higher than we expected. And yeah, currently we have more than 200 applicants, or that basically created an application just for the information. Good. Petra is already answering your questions in the chat, so I do encourage you to write down the questions in the chat. Petra, do you want to mention something else right now, or shall I pass my word to Christina? We don't hear you now.
Radek, if I may ask you to answer the very first question in the chat regarding the internships, as you've mentioned this already briefly in your presentation.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good. So do the students have a support from the school for internship placements, or the students have to search for the placement? Actually, we do collaborate with certain businesses and institutions, like Czech institutions, which have which send us their calls. So when they have an internship for students, we communicate it, but we are not currently in a position to secure an internship for everyone. So as I mentioned already, it should be mostly the initiative of individual students. So one day when you have a company in which you would like to conduct your internship, and the company is willing to work with you, then it's actually easy. Then there is an agreement between three-lateral agreement between the student, the company, and the university, specifying the internship in terms of the content, in terms of the time, and so on. So of course, the internship cannot mean you'll be doing some very basic um, things like copying documents, or just like very simple tasks. It must be a real internship, so it must be approved. But we know that, and specifically, I can tell you the situation in the Czech Republic right now, or in Prague. The unemployment rate is very low, and basically companies are looking for prospective employees, and they can find these also through internships. So finding an internship in Prague is relatively easy at the moment. Good. We'll get back to questions in just a few moments, and now I'd like to pass my word to Christina. So, hello, Christina. Thank you for being with us here today, and I'd like to ask you to comment on your maybe motivation to study IBB and your overall experience so far.
So, hello. First, I also want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my experience. I'm in my second year of IBB in my first semester. And 2 years ago, I was exactly in the same position as everyone here, and I was applying to the program. And I hope today that I will be able to share my experience and give you maybe answer some questions about the student life. So mainly my main reason for studying in IBB is that I really have an interest in connecting with people from different parts of the world and learning more about cultures and how to conduct business with them. And with today, like globalized environment, international business really seemed like the right path. So also the IBB program was recommended to me by friends in the family. And to be honest, it really did exceed my expectations to what I thought it would be. I think one of the main advantages of the IBB program is the student environment. There's so many nationalities in the program, many cultures, and I'm sure you will definitely find people from your own culture, as I was surprised to find some of my own. I think a lot of people are worried about, is it hard to make friends, or maybe how the environment is it welcoming? And I think it really is very easy to make friends. I recommend you to join something called the Orientation Week, which is usually organized by the university a week before the semester starts, where you can join events, learn more about the other students, have friends, and also get comfortable with the Czech environment. They can share some Prague traditions with you, or even tell you about the university more. The IBB program really offers many courses that are related to many topics, and they're very highly interesting. As said before, there's lectures which touch more theoretical topics, but also they're accompanied with seminars where usually there's less students, and you really get to put the practice and you see the application of everything you learn. So it's not just purely theoretical. Also, there's many courses where there's teamwork and projects for you to do. So you really can develop many skills from communication to working in groups and so on. I think also there's courses offered for languages, which is compulsory, but I also thought that it was a really great opportunity. You can learn the Czech language, or for example, I decided to learn Spanish, whatever, there's many languages for you to learn. I think one of the main favorite courses I thought was offered was International Business Operations, which really gives you an insight of how to conduct business and do contracts with people from different countries. So, for example, how to sign the contract and decide what law applies to it. I think that was a really relevant to the international business field and helped me develop many things. Also, the IBB program has many other courses that touches like finance, that touches retail. So really you can discover something you may not didn't know that you were interested in. I personally really discovered that I liked finance, and the IBB program really prepares you to be able to go on a master's degree after. So there's many master's degree you can pursue in our university after you finish your undergraduate studies. Also, the multinational environment isn't really just limited to the students, but it's also professors. So there's many professors from different countries. We've had Canadian professors, professors from Latin America, from other countries in Europe. And really, I thought that the experience they gave, the insight, was very valuable. They taught us about how they conducted business in their own countries, which gives you hand-on experience to see how it really is in the world. Also, as mentioned, Prague is very student-friendly. It's very easy for you to, first of all, commute to, there's public transport. So to get anywhere from the university is very easy. It's very close to the city center. And there's like many activities for you to engage in as a student. And also the dormitories are very close to the university, so you don't have to worry about long travel time. I also think there's many activities that are organized by the university that really help you enjoy the student life more. We are currently having an innovation week, which is organized every semester, where we have lectures and workshops organized by various professors, not just ours, but professors from other faculties even, where, for example, you can join a workshop about how to be able to be better in job interviews or how to build your CV and much more things to develop your skills. And finally, I think that it is worth mentioning that we also have a job fair where many national and international companies come and offer part-time jobs or internships or full-time jobs for the students here. So that's just some of the advantages I can think of, but there's definitely way more. But I think it's up to you to discover them next year, hopefully when you will be enrolled in our program. And I hope I will see you next year. And if you have any questions about the student life, I'm here to answer.
Great. So many thanks to Christina. And now I'm not gonna keep the word for long, and I'd like to ask now David. He is 2019 alumnus of IBB. So welcome, David, and would you be please so kind and share your experience with IBB?
Radek, absolutely. First of all, thank you very much for inviting me. I'm very happy to reflect on my experience with IBB program because I think it was a stepping stone, an educational stepping stone into the world of business and my career in particular. When I have to reflect and think of IBB, I think one of the biggest challenges that IBB imposed on me and helped me to overcome at the time was the need to manage curriculum efficiently and effectively. And that definitely positively influenced my time management skills and skills of critical thinking and interpersonal skills and all of that. Perhaps to also follow up on what Christina has been saying previously is just IBB does really provide great intercultural and international environment. And in my personal opinion, it's super important to be in that environment, especially during your first university years, as it helps you to reflect on all of your key learnings from different perspectives. Just to provide an example, my experience with IBB was that we had a lot of international students, and so anytime we learned a new concept or we deep dived into a specific topic, it was very interesting to learn how others view that particular matter or question or the way they think about it. So I think that's one of the best things about the program, that it allows you to be in that environment where it's super helpful to develop your business thinking, but not only from one perspective, but from many different perspectives, provided how international the program is. The second thing I'd like to mention, which I really love about the program, is that, in my personal opinion, again, IBB is not a career defining program, and it's not career limiting or narrowing program. It's a launch pad, and is business mind shaping environment, so to speak. Just to make things more relevant and easy to understand, because I feel like I'm using a lot of very like academic and business words here. Think about IBB program as a puzzle. So with every new subject and with every new year you learn, you add a new piece of the puzzle. And once you graduate, out of a sudden you have this whole picture completed. And this is the feeling I had upon graduation. And I'm not necessarily saying that you cannot mix and match different puzzles, meaning different subjects. Absolutely, you can. But the program does really help you to build a picture of different business areas as you walk through it. That would be my summary, and perhaps for people to also get a sense of where careers might evolve upon graduation. Um, Personally, I decided to spend 2.5, 3 years of my career in startups. So I worked for European venture-backed B2B companies that are working on innovative technologies. And currently I'm part of an fund-of-fund investment office here in Prague that focuses on investing into venture capital funds, which is a very niche sort of thing, but it's very interesting because we get to speak with a lot of innovative and very like thought leaders in the area. And for example, from my colleagues, right, who graduated from 2019, I still speak to them to this day very actively. And most of them are in very well paid positions. They are in companies that took them in very early on, either upon graduation or after their masters. But what I'm trying to say is that this title and the program itself does really help you to develop into your career, but it doesn't necessarily limit you, and it doesn't necessarily limit your choice of future titles or careers you're after. So I hope that summarizes my viewpoint. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'll be happy to navigate you and share more.
Man, thanks, David. I think it was great, and many thanks for sharing your experience. Not just why you decided to choose IBB and your experience, but also by sharing your career path, because I think that is also something which is interesting and can make it easier for applicants to understand what a potential career path could be when they graduate. Good. So now it's good time for any other questions, because I think the questions that were in the chat, they all were answered now. So if you have any additional question, maybe there was a question on accommodation, and the point is that university has its own dormitory equipment, so you can stay within dormitories, which is affordable accommodation for students, and it's located quite close to the main campus. So that is, of course, one good option. Not the only one, because no one will push you into staying within dormitory. But we have dormitories, and many thanks to Petra, who also posted the links, the link to the dormitories, to accommodation. Good. We have a few more minutes because our meeting was scheduled for 1 hour today, so we have a few more minutes. So in case you have one or two last questions, do not hesitate to write them down into the chat. Italian, whether Italian is one of the language options. Yes, Italian is being taught within the university, so yes, you can study Italian language. Yes. So we have a few more questions. So maybe Petra, if you can answer the IB diploma question.
Hello, Charmita. As regards the International Baccalaureate certificate, so I assume it is quite a longer lasting process. So, and the fact that we require the secondary education documents within the 1st of August. So, should I have the high school certificate within this date? That would be the good option for us. That means the school leaving certificate actually.
Yeah, thank you. And the question, it's possible to speak only English in Czech. I don't very much understand it, but if you study English and then you study Czech as the language, yes, why not? It is possible. On the interview, what types of question could be? I think we have, Petra, do we have the questions for the interview on the website? I think we have the topics.
Yes, we do have, well, on our website, we do have a link to leading to our appendix to the application form where the topics are listed.
Yes. Yeah, so please check the website and there you can see the topics. There are 5 topics and you might be asked on the 5 topics by the committee. Would I be able to work in the local Czech companies? Of course, why not? I think understanding the local environment and obtaining a degree, it's a perfect combination. If I have several certificates from different languages in B2, does this give me any privilege for admission? Unfortunately not, so you don't get any privilege, any benefits from the language certificates, but in case you have a very good knowledge of English, it's only going to help you within the admission process. Library. University has its own library, which is sort of large and offers thousands of books, and there is also a specific library of the program. Should know another international language for studying in this faculty? Not necessarily, because you'll be interviewing and studying in English, but then you'll be basically studying one other or 2 other languages based on your preference.
And Elnara is asking about some language certificates. Actually, we don't take these into consideration during the admission process.
Yes, good. Is the interview a test for knowledge regarding the topics mentioned, or are we being assessed based on our English proficiency? Actually, it's both, kind of combination of both, but it's not any exam on the topic, so it's just general understanding that you can generally understand. So those, it's not any, we don't need any definitions, and also it's not like a exam on English. So you must be able to communicate in English. You must be able to prove that you are able to study in English and that you have a very basic understanding of the topics. Another link for our interview. Yeah, you'll obtain a link once the application deadline, or when the application deadline expires. You'll be contacted by Petra. You'll get a link to a table in which you basically have, or you'll select a time for interview, and then you'll obtain a link for it. What will you evaluate in most during an interview? Uh, it is based. It's based on the fact that 75% is the motivation or readiness for studying, and then 25% is the proficiency in English. I have IB exams during the interview period, so in case I wouldn't be able to find a slot, how? In case this happens, of course, this will be handled individually. So if really is the case, this is the case, then contact us and we will find a solution somehow. How long will it take to know the results of the interview? I think within just few days you'll obtain the results. The link will be for the table will be available after the end of the application period. So it will be available after April 30th. So don't worry, if your application is completed, then you will get the link. So everyone will get the link. Good. As our time approaches its limit of 60 minutes here in Google environment, let me thank you for participation, and specifically I'd like to thank David and Christina for sharing their point of view, and of course I'd like to thank anyone else for just having interest in IBB, which I believe is a great program to study, and I hope to see you all in maybe since I'm also a part of the committee, I might be interviewing someone who is here today, and then I hope to see all of you and then in September when the new semester starts. So thank you very much and goodbye.
Thank you. Good luck with your applications.
Good luck.
Bye-bye.
And goodbye.